realized that he needs help and did not do the contrast. Like I hope it didn't make him drink more and get more alcohol, become more alcoholic.
Favor, why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and you shut your mouth while I'm sharing with the group?
Number 9, Jim Cornette. Cornette made a career out of talking fans into the building. We've also seen him take personal issues as well as his own real-life opinions and express them on television.
Just a couple of years ago, I left my home in Tennessee and I moved to Connecticut, which is like trading a Hawaiian vacation for a bed in a cancer ward. Will Jim Cornette come back to the ECW arena? I'd rather go skinny dipping in a septic tank of a slaughterhouse and come back to that.
His famous shoot promos on Raw in 1997 were living proof.
6, 1, 2, 3 kid. His name's Shawn Waltman, whatever you want to call him. As far as I'm concerned, the only reason that he's employed is because the other guys think that he's funny when he gets drunk and throws up on himself.
They were in keeping with the WWF's shift towards a more realistic product at the time, and they occurred just weeks before the official start of the Attitude Era.
Wrestling fans watching a wrestling program want to see wrestlers wrestle. That's easy. It's not too hard to understand.
Cornette spat bullets, taking aim at WCW.
So they sit around all day listening to people on the internet, and the people on the internet wouldn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch.
The NWO.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the NWO was like a bunch of guys meeting out in the backyard in a clubhouse in a tree. And on a personal note to Hulk Hogan, you are a household word, but so is garbage. And it stinks when it gets old, too.
Roddy Piper.
By the 10-minute mark, they were sucking wind so bad, the first 3 rows passed out of oxygen deprivation. Would have been funny if it wasn't so sad.
Shawn Michaels.
Well, Shawn Michaels is still the single most talented athlete in wrestling today inside the ring. But outside, he's an adolescent, obnoxious jerk who takes his tights and goes home if he doesn't get his way.
And sports columnist Phil Mushnick, who regularly badmouthed wrestling.
I say go to hell, Phil Mushnick, and try to reform things down there, because we're doing just fine up here without you.
Jim was even taking jabs at Vince Russo all the way then, as Jim referred to Vince as a Yankee.
Phony teeth, phony hair, and a phony
What
tan.
does it mean, a Yankee?
And running the WWF, you got a whole office building full of Yankees from New York City that wouldn't know a wrestling match if it bit them.
Threatening to kill me, threatening to kill my entire family.
Bart Gunn's gonna be a star now. I want to kill you. I would like to just squeeze you until your britches are full and your eyeballs pop out.
Number 8.
I think that got way too real, which is the title of this video, but still, damn. Okay.
Steve Austin. The foundations of the Stone Cold character were established in ECW at the end of 1995.
Steve Austin.
And spitting beer in his face.
Here, Austin was finally given free reign to speak his mind.
I've been crapped on for 4 years. I believe I deserve a break. I didn't get to climb a ladder to the top in WCW like this.
He took aim at the politics in WCW that held him down.
The politics in WCW kept the biggest potential superstar in wrestling on the goddamn ground.
The bookers who kept him in the mid-card.
Yeah, take me back to WCW. Let me be a mid-card wrestler. Let me just scramble around. Let me get no dues. Don't give me nothing. Treat me like a piece of garbage. Feed me garbage.
The older wrestlers hogging the spotlight.
I was never allowed to reach past mid-card status in the WCW, brother.
And worst of all, Eric Bischoff, who had fired an injured Austin by FedEx.
Circumstances dictated that I had to let him go. I didn't have any choice. He hadn't found that mark yet.
A FedEx copy of your termination notice is on its way to your home in Texas.
My world-famous impression of the biggest piece of trash I ever laid my eyes on. Bret couldn't be here, so I had my secretary leave a message on his answer machine, and when he calls me, I'm gonna fire him on the phone just like I did Austin.
Number 7, Triple H. Some of Triple H's best work is when he blurs the lines between a work and a shoot, such as his original The Game promo, where he spoke about being punished for his role in the curtain call.
Madison Square Garden, I walked to the ring to say goodbye to my friends, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels. Who got punished for that, JR? Me.
As Triple H became more of a main event player,
but is he
to
right?
say what he wanted in his promos.
If it wasn't for me, you'd be nothing. You got that? I made you. You know well I can break you. Why don't you run along into the back and hang out with the other curtain jerkers while the main event guys stay in here and handle our business?
By the time he got into power as an authority, his promos were even more ruthless.
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you never drew a dime, buddy. Guys like Jericho, Edge, Rob Van Dam. If any of those guys had been the face of the WWE, we'd all be working for Ted Turner right now. Without the WWE, your pipe bomb and you really mean nothing.
Oh my god.
And regardless
But
if he
also,
legit-
like, without wrestlers, WWE would not even exist. Like, it is so funny how they mention these things. These are intertwined.
believe the things he said,
Why, if you're a millionaire, you're evil. If you're a billionaire, you're the Antichrist. I would rather eat well than sleep well.
it played into the online discourse.
actually
that
would rather
Hunter
have
held others
both.
down so he could stay on top.
At WrestleMania, I put an end to your dreams and I bury Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna tweet my displeasure. And if that doesn't
Let's tweet
work,
it.
me and my friend Mark, we're gonna stop watching.
Number 6.
I
shoot
think he's
promos.
ironically
We'll now look at a
imitating
selection of
someone.
standalone work shoot promos.
Dewey Foley is a 3-year-old boy.
You sick sons of bitches! McMahon didn't want someone like The Undertaker representing the World Wrestling Federation.
So when you walked down that aisle last week, people at home, all they did was grab their remote, change the channel to WWF, and watch Stone Cold, a person you and your old friends got fired from here.
When I was out hurt, you stupid bastard.
Kinda
you
true,
lying
right?
coward, What did you do? You did everything you could do to get inside my girl's head and inside her pants.
Yeah.
You were running around backstage talking about this Vanilla Ice wannabe named John Cena, said he couldn't make it.
Each of which saw wrestlers peel back the curtain to blur the lines between reality and fiction.
WCW was nothing but a bunch of guys pushing their sons. If you didn't have a dad in the business, you couldn't even get an opportunity.
I left the World Wrestling Federation for gimmicks like this. Oh, my new name is Seven, by the way, so they've dressed me up like Uncle Fester.
And they can all kiss my ass.
I'm told to deliberately ignore the moves and the holds during the matches so I can tell stories.
And let me tell you who doesn't give a shit about this company.
Dude.
That goddamn politician Hulk Hogan.
All while bringing up behind-the-scenes drama we'd never
So
normally hear
true.
about on television.
Everything they're saying.
You tried to bury me and you tried to kill me off, but you didn't get the job done.
Bischoff is each and every one of these motherfucking smart marks.
I'm throwing coffee on myself. As far as I'm concerned, Eric Bischoff, you can take this job and shove it up your you-know-what.
You're an obnoxious,
hairstyle.
overbearing ass. Abuse of power. And I'm sick of all of you, my GM, sitting there criticizing
Oh
me.
my god, you guys. Seeing Miz again being this furious. I feel like WWE owes every single wrestler a psychiatrist. Like a weekly meeting for them to just recover from the drama, recover from the reality of the situation. It is not an easy job. And if you do think that all of this is an act and there is nothing real about it, you are so wrong. Like, these are not Oscar-worthy actors, but you can see how true they're saying the words, how they are like literally delivering all of this to us. Like, you feel it. And it's real. It definitely is real. I feel it. I like a lot of not every single one, but a lot of them. And it is heartbreaking.
Calling me the coward. I'm the one here day in and day out in that wrestling ring beating people up. Look at me, Tony. Look at me. I want you to fire me. You fucking Mark. Fire me. Fire me.
Number 5, Bret Hart.
Okay.
Bret Hart's feud with Shawn Michaels was
fired.
littered with back and forth personal jabs. This intensified their rivalry and resulted in the two sharing legit animosity towards each other.
Might as well shake hands now, because you're gonna hate each other after that. Phony little faker, why don't you take your little pussyfoot injury?
Yeah, there is real
Go back and
history
find your
here.
Smile. Degenerate, that's what you are. A self-professed degenerate. Shawn Michaels, you're a disgrace to professional wrestling. Instead of facing me like a man, you're too
The way he
busy
smiles at
posing
her.
for girly magazines. By the way,
We don't see anything wrong with that.
it was a gay magazine.
I want nothing to do with him.
Nothing wrong in that either.
With my car or something because he bothers me that much.
During Bret's return to the WWF in 1996, he talked about his decision to re-sign with the company instead of joining WCW.
All I can say is they made me a great offer. Well, I'll be with the WWF forever.
Whoa. That I'm not somebody that's greedy for money. I'm a person that's greedy for respect.
Bret also mentioned how he made a promise to his sick nephew that the Hitman would return.
And that little boy passed away. From that very day, I promised myself that I would come back. Canada's a country where we still take care of the sick and the old, where we still have health care.
After the passing of his brother Owen,
It's sad that it's
openly
still an
spoke about
issue
his
in
dilemma
America.
in retiring from the ring on his own terms.
Maybe it's time for me to move on and try to accomplish something else in another field or do something else.
Nobody
Which is
wants
sad
that.
when you consider less than half a year later, he would wrestle a match that ultimately led to the Hitman's career ending against his will. Number 4, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels fired back at Bret in some unique ways, including the infamous line that implied Bret was sleeping with Sunny.
Even though lately you've had some sunny days, my friend, you still can't get the job done.
In a similar vein to how Michaels got upset about being mocked by Bret for appearing in Playgirl. The Sunny comment angered the Hitman and later led to a physical confrontation backstage.
How'd you know I was in that girly magazine? You had to flip through the pages just a little bit.
Yeah.
Real animosity.
Hitman, I seen you on the road, and bro, you ain't no role model.
But despite this, the bad blood kept on spewing.
You couldn't go 10 minutes in any situation, if you know what I mean.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Bret can make a buck.
How do you know that though?
He'd sell his mother. That's the truth. Now, whether it be out here or back there, Bret Hart hates my guts. I'm a hell of a lot safer out here than I am back there. You were burying yourself before. Bringing that idiot out here is even worse. You have convinced me that you are the dumbest son of a bitch I have ever met in my life.
Is he talking to
If I
Moons?
go down, I'm bringing everybody with me, and I'm going out in a blaze of glory. For you, Bret Hart, your obsession with me, it will ultimately be your destruction.
Bret and Shawn buried the hatchet on TV in 2010 after years of Shawn continuing to throw shade at the Hitman on screen.
I don't think any hatches on screen.
South with the rest of those dinosaurs.
Nobody would even care in the United States.
And your point would be what? I screwed you once, and I'll screw you again. You deserved what happened 12 years ago in Montreal.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I would actually see
Shawn
this.
was very opinionated and strong-willed.
Oh, wow.
Triple H, wait a minute. Hey, you were a bad guy. I was a good guy. You were a good guy. That's... Wait a minute.
Number 3, Paul Heyman.
Wait a minute, who's bad and who's
all the
good?
lies he's told behind the scenes.
I always found it so much easier in life to lie. People accept lies so much easier.
Really?
But so many of his promos are great because they're not based in fiction. They often cover real life matters and portray how Paul really feels.
God knows the network has never put out one freaking commercial or one press release to let you know that we're here. We hate this stinking network. Hey, network, I dare you to throw me off the air. Because we all kind of know how ugly his daughters are and they kind of look just like the old man. And they probably talk like this. I'm just kidding. You understand me or not? I'm just kidding.
Hey.
The seesaws in Louisville, Jerry. Huh? Your own sons don't call themselves lawyers.
Heyman is also known for his shoot style promos.
The only reason you were WWE
Show
champion for
style?
a year is because Triple H
show
didn't
style.
want to work Tuesday.
This one is really
Never
good.
afraid to hold back and deliver some home truths that people need to hear.
In 2005, WWE had no vision for you.
my
And
God, look
what
at
did I
him.
do? I martyred my entire career for you. Don't you realize that the mop had more personality than you? That the mop had more charisma than you? That the mop had more chemistry with Perry than you? I mean, can you honestly believe that you ever had a chance against a mop? Get lost! Take a hike!
Number 2, John Cena. Cena has long since been known for his ruthless personal jabs at other wrestlers.
You can say you're a grown man. I just don't believe you. You're a baby. I don't know whether to spank
Hey,
you or
just because
breastfeed you.
it's small,
But
you
there was a
meanie.
noticeable change in John's promos after his feud with CM Punk in 2011.
And I know no matter what I do, I could increase my work rate. I could add to the 5 moves of doom, or maybe let my heel persona shine through.
The PG Cena that had been seen in previous years wasn't going to work anymore. Instead,
Yeah.
we'd see a more savage side to Cena.
Every week, you show up, steal a paycheck, and you are a waste of space.
Ooh.
You're just a guy holding on to that championship because I let you. Maybe, just maybe, if you hold on to this, you can finally walk around with the Western superstars and say, hey guys, look, I'm finally what I'm supposed to be 10 years ago.
Yeah, Randy's
Johnson,
taller than
self-centered,
Johnson.
egotistical, see-through son of a bitch that wouldn't give
And
a
taller
rat's
than The
ass
Rock.
if this company closed its doors tomorrow. You're on your way to greatness, but I can't put you in that class because you don't belong in that class.
You are not broken down, because if you was broken down, you wouldn't be posting workout videos on your wife's Instagram.
You're just a fake.
Congratulations. It took you 5 years to cut a halfway decent promo, but now I'm about to shrink you down to size. You're gonna try as hard as you can to make it here. And if you ever fail, oh no, it ain't your fault. It's my fault, right? Because I buried you.
I also know that The Fiend is Bray Wyatt, is Husky Harris, is a guy in a mask.
Y'all look just like your
Don't you dare. Wow.
How was it getting arrested?
And this included incorporating the
They get
real-life issues of
arrested?
his
Really?
opponents into promos.
Why on earth do we continue to give 5th and 6th chances to people? All they do is say, what about me?
You've had behavior problems in the ring. You've had behavior problems outside the ring.
This is not your first year here, Dolph. It is your 7th. The Dolph Ziggler story goes like this. First you were a caddy, then you were a cheerleader, then you had blonde hair, then you had brown hair, now you have blonde hair, then you had a large girlfriend, now you got a small girlfriend, now you got a large man, and you walk around with a suitcase and a contract and a bunch of Valtrex. For 300 days, you have been WWE champion. For 300 days, that championship has been irrelevant. You ain't stepped up, you fell off. All you've been showing the WWE Universe is that you got no balls, brah.
You rested on your laurels, you're a little bit comfortable, and you need to find the edge again.
You know what? Stone Cold was right when he called you out on his podcast.
2 bona fide WWE superstars, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. One guy still trying to figure it out, Dean Ambrose.
You're a dude named Mike who shortened his last name on The Real World, tried to bootleg The Rock's electricity to get put on the WWE. When you got here, you straight up stole Chris Jericho's personality. You stole Ric Flair's figure 4 leg lock. You stole Daniel Bryan's offense and his personality. You're a dude dressed up as a dude playing another dude.
I blame you. I'm still here because you can't do your job.
I love John Cena's promos.
I would so much rather be bald than have them pipe in fake crowd noise for my matches because nobody cares.
John showed he could go toe-to-toe with anyone on the mic and came out on top.
I think Rock has something written on his wrist.
Oh.
Just like I don't need my notes for my promo on my
Number 1, CM Punk. Punk's promos in WWE really began to hit their stride during his feud with Jeff Hardy in 2009. Here, Punk leaned into more of a straight edge persona, while at the same time scolding Jeff for his struggles with substance abuse.
I know you know a thing or two about prescription medication. What I don't think you realize is that you have to go to a doctor to legally obtain some. I'm gonna do what you should have done a long time ago.
Cut your hair?
Just say no.
We all remember how Punk set the wrestling
Just
world
say
alight
no.
with the original
That
Pipe
actually
Bomb
is
promo.
really.
But the fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania next year and I'm not makes me sick.
And in the months following, where Punk continued to shoot straight, still basing the content of his promos in reality.
I think CM Punk had the best
I
promos.
work. I just hate the people in charge. Things like this company inside and outside the ring are filled with a parade of shameless ass kissers. Did you tell
That's
Chris
true.
Masters, somebody who over the past year has worked his ass off to get better, did you fire him face to face, or did you call him up and say,
Hey kid, it's a budget thing. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
you went from somebody who just sucked to somebody who just sucked up? I have had friends work for this company and be unceremoniously fired.
They deserved it.
They deserved it? They deserved it. Why? Because you don't know what makes a superstar in 2011? The guy that said the legendary Eddie Guerrero was a vanilla midget. What do you know about main event talent? You gonna punch me in the face? Or do you gotta go ask your wife permission first? You know who gave up on their dream? You did. When you moved to California to become a bodybuilder and you became a sports entertainer because you couldn't hack it. All right?
Certainly we've got similarities. We don't smoke, we don't drink, we don't do drugs, but you know something?
You don't wear the
Oh
pants
yeah.
in the family, but you
Like,
do wear her panties.
Shawn
don't you?
went wild back then.
I would, but I know where that hand's been.
After joining AEW in 2021, Punk reflected on his horrific end to life in WWE.
And I was never gonna get healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, staying in the same place that got me sick in the first place.
While also throwing jabs at the company.
Go ahead, leave, main event night 4 of a buy one, get one free extravaganza, and then get released.
But no matter the company, Punk is never far from controversy. In AEW,
Honestly,
personal issues backstage
yeah.
began to unravel on television.
The CM Punk
He
who
loves
loses his
drama.
fake smile the second he doesn't get what he wants.
Nobody wants you here. They never wanted you here. That whole locker room's afraid to say it. Not me. So get out.
You talk a big game about workers' rights, yeah? Well, you've shown the exact opposite since you've gotten here.
CM Punk, fragile ego, fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit.
I don't think he has a weak mind or
all of his
spirit.
failures
Body,
on everyone else
kinda.
but himself.
He's injured
That's
a
because
lot.
I am the one true, genuine article in a business full of counterfeit bucks.
Which ultimately led to Punk having to leave the promotion again, this time twice.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
I respect the situation.
A sensational return
That
to
is
WWE
so
meant mending
disrespectful,
fences.
It's a little bit corny and it's a little bit cheesy and it's not going to sound like CM Punk. But I've changed. So if you're here now, if you're watching at home and you are disappointed that CM Punk walked out, I understand. And hell, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize.
But after everything that had gone down prior, not everyone was going to welcome Punk back with open arms.
Oh, Philly Phil, stay
Especially
away,
Seth, yeah.
stay away, you cancer. Get away from me forever.
You spent 10 years slandering every single person back in that locker room.
I'm not going to waste any more breath on somebody who's been gone for 8 years, has done nothing to try and tear this place down.
Congratulations. We're going on just over a month now and you're still here.
And what better way to take advantage of potential real-life concerns than to use them in storyline.
In the ring,
If
yeah.
you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our
That's
similar
what we are
video
having
on the-
right now with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Seth kind of like backed off. I don't see him. Maybe it's because like he literally backed off from WWE for a while. But still, you guys, like CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, I think the drama is just starting with them too. But that is it for promos that got way too real. What do you think, guys? Is there any other promos that should have been mentioned here? Do you think there were any other feuds between wrestlers back in the day or even today in the recent years that is actually genuinely real, like even backstage, and they are just using it as a storyline because it is working, and these wrestlers genuinely hate each other or go feisty on each other? Let me know in the comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Have a wonderful day and see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow with a brand new video. Bye.